The Celtics are particularly interesting. I think, though, they have created some potential chemistry issues. Obviously, go to the finals. I thought the Brogdon move addressed kind of their biggest need without sacrificing a single rotation piece. And then you've got this KD thing where Jaylen Brown would be the centerpiece. That, to me, I get that it's Kevin Durant. I get why you would have the interest. I think they need to tread very carefully with the perception that they are dangling Jaylen Brown again, because, obviously he has been a core piece. He was the second best player on a team that went to Game 6 of the NBA Finals. He is underpaid given his production. You cannot extend him because he would be extending off of a contract that is below his value. And if he's not feeling loved when 2024 offseason comes around, I think there's going to be several attractive options for him. So just a little.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. So Woj reported it, that the Celtics offered Jaylen Brown. The word, one of the things I've learned in covering the NBA at my time, the word offer it's a trigger word. Mm-hmm. For when you talk to executives and agents, whether it's hiring a coach, well, he was never offered the job. Okay. Because sometimes these teams, when they talk about concepts, sometimes there's actually a formal, here is what our offer is. And sometimes, talking about a concept it's not really an offer, and they can play with the language. But I mean, let's just be honest. If you're the Celtics and you call the Nets and you're having a conversation about Kevin Durant, right, you're going to have to offer high level players and draft picks.
And that conversation starts with Jason Tatum's off the table.
Of course. And
so who else is in the offer? I mean, come on.
Yeah. And I mean, look, Jaylen Brown is a smart person. If Jaylen Brown was running the Celtics, if he would probably offer his clone in a trade for Kevin Durant. Mm-hmm. Now, that doesn't mean that Jaylen Brown can't use it as a card, against not like he else use it against the team, but it doesn't mean he can't, have faux outrage. But, let's just be honest. If you're going to engage in the conversation, and if you're the Celtics, why wouldn't you call and investigate that? Now, Bontemps has talked about this for almost a whole year now, and he's been proven right, because Brad Stevens has doubled, even tripled down on this. Danny Ainge was very reluctant to trade first round draft picks. He did do it a couple of times. And, one of the best trades he made, two big trades he made, one was for Isaiah Thomas, which was for a first, and one was for Kyrie Irving. He obviously gave an unprotected first. So it wasn't like never, but he was reluctant to do picks with first. That has not been the case for Brad Stevens. He has been the lead executive for 1 year, and he has traded, I think, 3 firsts. Isn't that right, Bontemps?
He traded 1 for Derek White. He traded 1 to get off of Kemba Walker and get Al Horford, and he traded 1 to get Malcolm Brogdon. So yeah, right. 3. I was counting it out as it went along.
I'm not sure that Ainge traded 3 in the last decade. He traded 1 for Kyrie and 1 for Isaiah Thomas. I don't have all the Celtics moves committed to memory, but
it's at least around the same amount he's traded in a long time. That's for sure.
Obviously, he traded some for Kevin Garnett back in 2007, but I'm not sure he traded that many after that. So the point is, when you start talking about trading with Boston, making trade, Brad Stevens being willing to give firsts, that's not an unreasonable thing. And so also Jaylen Brown is, there's that list of guys, whatever it is, 15 or 18 guys deep. It's actually gotten a little deeper since the Durant trade request, that they can't trade for with Ben Simmons on the roster. Well, as MacMahon said, because Jaylen Brown is not, he's not on a max, he can be traded and be on the same team as Ben Simmons. And, Jaylen Brown, with all due respect, is not Kevin Durant. And regardless whether or not Durant was on the market or anything, they do have in all probability, Jaylen Brown will get to unrestricted free agency in 2024.
Right.
Because his contract he is not under the rules. Does not behoove him to extend. Even if the Celtics had gone 82-0 in the playoffs in this regular season last year, 16-0 in the playoffs, and Jaylen averaged 80 points a game, he would not extend right now.
Right. The way that changes is if he makes All NBA next season, which I'll just say, if they're as good as I think they can be, and they have the best record in the league, and they win 60 plus games, like, I don't think it's out of the question that Jaylen Brown makes an All NBA team next year.
He doesn't turn the ball over every third time he has a possession.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.